Good evening and welcome to this segment. Every 5 years when elections near, all political parties do the same thing. They make rosy promises to the people. This election manifesto is basically a contract between the leaders and the people. The leaders say this is what we will do for you if you vote us to power. And every 5 years, all of us, the people, the voters, get swayed by these promises. We want better roads, better schools, better hospitals, better jobs, better salaries. And politicians capitalize on our desire for a better life. They promise the moon and stars, and we end up voting them to power. This time round, though, there is a new twist. Two of the biggest political parties in India have promised the same thing. Both the BJP and the Congress have promised to double incomes. Now, I know it sounds good. Who wouldn't want to earn more money, but is it really possible? Can any government really double your salary? And if yes, how? The Congress has promised to double the salary of all central government employees. It says a person earning 18,000 rupees per month will earn 36,000 rupees. A person earning 54,000 rupees per month will earn 1 lakh rupees. Basically, if you multiply any salary by 2, that's what the Congress is promising. Simple math, but how will they do it? By giving you a pay hike. That's what the Congress is saying. The party says it will implement the recommendations of the 7th Pay Commission for all central government employees. Plus, they will give an additional 30% as special allowance. Put together, that should double your salary. The Congress also proposes an increase in the minimum wage. Right now, it's 261 rupees. The Congress wants to raise it to 600 rupees. For a full-time worker, that's around 3,500 rupees per month. The Congress says it will generate 1 crore jobs in the next 3 years. All of these jobs will pay at least 26,000 rupees per month. So, put together, Congress says its policies will double the income of an average Indian. What about the BJP? Their promises are along the same lines. Prime Minister Modi, too, has promised to double the income of farmers. He addressed the issue of farm income recently. He was speaking at an event to mark the 3rd anniversary of the demonetization drive. The Prime Minister said that in 2014, the average income of a farmer was 29,000 rupees per year. Today it is 1,60,000 rupees per year. He did not stop there. Modi also announced a new scheme to further boost their income. This scheme, by the way, was first announced in 2016. It's called the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Under this scheme, farmers will be given 6,000 rupees every year in 3 installments. In 2018, the amount was 2,000 rupees per installment. In 2019, it increased to 2,000 rupees per installment, and in 2020, it was 2,000 rupees per installment. Now, if you do the math, 6,000 rupees is only 500 rupees per month. But even then, it's a good incentive for farmers. Here's something else that you must know. Not all farmers are eligible for this scheme. Only small and marginal farmers are eligible. Who's that? Farmers with less than 2 hectares of land. How many farmers fall in this category? Around 11 crore. That's around 70% of the total number of farmers in the country. What about the rest? The bigger farmers, do they get anything? Well, no. Prime Minister Modi did announce another scheme for them. It's called the PM Kisan. Under this scheme, the government will provide crop loans at an interest rate of 4%. Earlier it was 7%, so a concession of 3%. Do you think it's enough? Now, coming back to the question, can any government really double your salary? Well, it depends on what your salary is. If you work in the private sector, if you're a businessman or a professional, then chances are your salary will not be doubled. You may get a hefty hike, you may end up making more money, but chances are your salary will not be doubled. On the other hand, if you're a government employee, well, then you stand a chance because that's the only sector where salaries can be doubled. Just give the employees a good hike and that's it, but it's easier said than done. Doubling the salary of every government employee will put a lot of pressure on the government's finances. Take the example of the 7th Pay Commission. When it was implemented, the government had to take a loan of 1 lakh crore rupees. Where will the money come from? Also, doubling the salary of government employees will set a bad precedent. Other sectors will also demand the same. Suppose you have 2 engineers. One works for the government, the other works for a private company. The government engineer earns 50,000 rupees per month. The private engineer earns 1 lakh rupees per month. Why would he work for the government? So doubling the salary of government employees could lead to a brain drain of sorts. Having said that, the government can still try to narrow the gap. The salaries of government employees are usually lower than the private sector, so the government can at least match what the private sector is offering. That, I believe, is a more realistic goal.